Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 8. So Module 8 is the last module for the class. It contains the final assignments as well as your cause and effect essay. So let me just show you real fast what you'll be working on. You can see that we've got a couple of final assignments down here, but the first thing that I want you to do is get that cause and effect essay done. So if you remember, we have done several assignments that have involved getting feedback from other people as well as self-editing. So if you did the Writing Center submission through BrainFuse, then you should have feedback from them. Make sure that you turn that in, by the way. I can't see what they send back to you until you actually submit it in the Canvas assignment. You also should have feedback from your peer. You view feedback from your peer the same way you view feedback from me. You should see comments from both students on there, and then you'll also be able to view the rubrics. And then your self-editing comments you did here, you answered some questions, and then you also might have left yourself some self-editing feedback back here on the rough draft that you turn in. You should see comments from me as well. As soon as you see the grade for this assignment in the grade book, then you will also have feedback on it. So you can look there as well. And so all of that is to ensure that you are getting a good final draft completed. So this page here, revising a rough draft, is just going to give you some ideas for revision. It gives you some chapters you can look through if you need just some additional ideas or additional help with revision, some tips for you, and then the areas that you should be looking for feedback on. And then you're actually going to submit the final draft. Don't forget that your final draft does need to be different from your rough draft. So make sure you are submitting the correct file. Some students will, save their rough draft with the word rough draft in the file name or in the title. Make sure that you change that. And then don't forget to just double check against the criteria sheet. There are a couple of you who chose topics, even back in the brainstorm and writing plan, that don't really match the assignment. And so I've been leaving you feedback that you probably should change it. Otherwise, you're not going to get a very good grade on it. It's not going to be cause and effect essay. And so far, some students have not done that. So make sure that you are checking against the criteria sheet. And then, of course, this is the grading rubric. You'll notice that this essay is worth just a little bit more because we are spending more time on it. And so just make sure that you have a good polished draft before you actually submit. And then once you're done with that, that is kind of the major assignment for the class. Then all you have to do left is the final. The final is in two parts. We have a grammar review quiz. And so the chapters that it pulls from, it'll pull from the questions that you've already gotten. And so these are the chapters that you should go kind of look over again. You can look back at those quizzes, at the results, your results from those quizzes, and kind of see how you did. And then look back through the chapters, watch the videos again if you need to, and then take the quiz. This is one that you can take as many times as you want in order to get the grade that you want. So you may consider taking it more than once. And then the final assignment is to complete a final reflection essay. So we did this at midterm. We did this at the beginning. At the beginning of the semester, you sent me an email with some goals for the class. Midpoint, you reflected on whether or not you were meeting those goals. Now at the end, we're reflecting on how you did for the entire semester. So it's things like, what did you find most useful, biggest accomplishment, that kind of thing. The main thing that I want you to remember is that unlike the midterm, I don't want you to just answer the questions. I want you to actually write out in essay form. So a lot of students will kind of have maybe a short little introduction type sentence or type paragraph, and then they'll answer the questions, and they kind of group the questions together to help them out with what to put in each paragraph, and they'll end up with 3 or 4 paragraphs total. You don't need to make it really formal like some of your other essays, because it is the final essay. We are just doing the one draft of it, but you may want to consider just get a good proofread done when you're finished with it, and make sure that you have the formatting correct and everything. That's an important part of it. So that is the last part of the class. You also have an end survey that you can take if you want extra credit. Again, these are anonymous surveys. That just helps me to see if there's anything I can make changes to for the next semester when I teach this class. So that is the end of the class, the end of the last module. If you have any questions, of course, make sure that you send me an email. Make sure that you're keeping track of your grade. If you have any questions about your grades, let me know. Otherwise, have a great end of the semester and a wonderful rest of your summer.